Hello everybody, today we'll be looking at data handling and finding out how to calculate the mean and range of a distribution. So first off, what is a distribution? A distribution is just a set of values. For example, these 5 values below, that will be a distribution. And then the mean of a distribution is going to be the total value of the distribution divided by the number of values that we have. So we want to add everything up and divide it by the number of things that we have. And that is a way to calculate kind of the average value of that distribution. And then we have a range, which is just the largest value in the distribution minus the smallest value. Okay, so now let's look at this example. So the first thing that we want to do is calculate the range of this distribution. So we need the largest value. So what's biggest? 10, 12, 15, 7 or 8? Well, the largest is going to be 15. And then from that, we want to subtract the smallest value. So if you look for the smallest value, you should see that it is 7. And so 15 minus 7 is going to be 8. And that is the range of our distribution. The next point is to calculate the mean. So we want to add everything up and divide it by the number of items that we have. So first of all is to add everything. So 10 plus 12 plus 15 plus 7 plus 8. And then that is equal to, if you just put that into your calculator, I will do that now. 10 plus 12 plus 15 plus 7 plus 8 should get 52. And then we want to do 52 divided by the number of items that we have. So in this case, it's going to be 52 divided by 5. And that will be equal to 10.4. So 10.4 is going to be the mean of this distribution. Okay, so now let's go on to some practice questions. So you can pause and have a go and check your answers. Okay, so the first question is to find the range and the mean of this distribution. 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. So the range, we want to find the largest minus the smallest number. So for the largest number, we have 8. The smallest number, we have 4. So 8 minus 4 is going to be 4. And that is going to be our range. And then for our mean, we want to add everything up and divide it by the number of items that we have. So we want to do 4 plus 5 plus 6 plus 7 plus 8 divided by however many numbers we have, which is 5. So if we put this into our calculator, we should get 6. Okay, so the top should be 30, the bottom's 5, that divides to get 6, and that is going to be our mean. Okay, the next question is find the range and the mean of 5, 5, 6, 6, 6, 7, 7. So our largest number in this distribution is going to be 7. Smallest number is going to be 5. Does not matter that it's repeated. And so 7 minus 5 is going to be 2. And then to find our mean, again, we want to add everything up. So 5 plus 5 plus 6 plus 6 plus 6 plus 7 plus 7 divided by however many terms we've got. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. It's divided by 7 terms. So if we put that into our calculator, we should get 6 again. So in this case, we've got the same mean as the previous question. However, our range is much smaller because the biggest and the smallest number are much closer together. Okay, so now let's look at a worded problem. In a book sale, Professor Higgins bought 6 books at £5 each, 3 books at £3 each, and 1 book at £2. So how many books did he buy overall? Well, he's got 6 here, he's got 3 here, and he's got 1 here. So overall, he's got 6 plus 3 plus 1, he's got 10 books at different prices. Okay, so what was the total cost of all books? So he's just gone and bought 6 books at £5 each. So he's going to have to buy 6 lots of £5 books, and that is going to be £30 there. And then he's bought 3 books at £3 each. So 3 times 3 is going to be 9. And then he's got 1 book at £2. So he's just got 1 lot of a £2 book, and that is going to be £2. So overall, we want to do 30 plus 9 plus 2, and that is going to be, he's spending £41 overall. And that is the total cost of all books. Now, the mean cost, we know that the mean is equal to the total divided by kind of the number of books in this case. And so if the total cost was £41 and we have 10 books, then the mean cost is going to be 41 divided by 10, which is going to be £4.10. So on average, a book costs £4.10. Okay, and then for our final worded problem, we have Lisa and Lucy who have completed 5 French homeworks, and these are their marks out of 10. So Lisa has 7, 7, 8, 8, 9. Lucy has 3, 9, 10, 4, and 8. So we want to calculate the range for each person. So first, let's look at Lisa, then we can look at Lucy. So the largest mark that Lisa ever scored was 9, and the smallest mark was 7, so her range is 2. And then for Lucy, the largest mark she got was 10, the smallest mark she got was a 3, so her range is 7 marks. Okay, so now we want to calculate the mean mark. So remember, the mean is the total of all the scores divided by the number of tests that we've taken. So let's work out Lisa's mean. So we have 7 plus 7 plus 8 plus 8 plus 9, all divided by 5. So if you put that into our calculator, we get 7 plus 7 plus 8 plus 8 plus 9, all divided by 5, and we should get 7.8. And then for Lucy, we should get 3 plus 9 plus 10 plus 4 plus 8, again, all divided by 5. And that should give us a mean of 6.8. Okay, so who is better at French? Let's think about, on average, first of all, who scored the highest mark. And so on average, that is going to be Lisa, because 7.8 is greater than 6.8. So on average, Lisa is better. We can also look at the range to think about who scores more consistently. We can see that Lisa, between her largest and smallest score, only has a difference of 2 marks, whereas Lucy has a big kind of variance. She's got 7 marks. It varies a lot. And so you can talk about consistency. So Lisa tends to score higher marks consistently. Lucy has been the only one to achieve 10 out of 10, so she might have done well in that particular assessment. However, overall, her scores are a little bit shaky. But overall, when comparing performance, we are going to be looking at that average. And on average, Lisa has done better. Okay, so I hope this was a comprehensive overview of how to calculate the mean and range. If you are looking to do more practice questions, there's plenty online and there's plenty on our website. So thank you for watching this video, and I'll catch you in the next one.